Our coffee is talking to us as we are brewing. It's the little details that tell us information we need to adjust as we are brewing. So its choice of language is the gases it gives off. So the roast profile, region, wash, grind size, water temp, and pouring speed are all what determines how fast and how violent the gases are when they're being released. So we'll be mostly going over through the grind size and the water temp and the pouring speed in this video. Now, when it comes to gases, certain regions have more, some have less. Now, it's all really complicated and really a lot to remember. So let's throw that out the window and let's just look at what it's telling us instead. Do remember, though, that darker coffees tend to give off more gases. As we're roasting the coffees, more of it is kind of like evaporating or burnt away, and the bean itself gets larger, so it's filled up by carbon dioxide, which is the main gas component that we're working with. Now, the finer you grind and the hotter the water temperature, the more uncontrollable the gases get, or the release of it at least. Now, the carbon dioxide itself acts as a barrier around the grind. So it actually prevents the water from absorbing the flavors. What you want to do is you want to get rid of the carbon dioxide so that the water can fully extract all the flavors. This is what we do when we normally do blooms, but because blooming causes the beans to stick together and clump up, it actually creates a larger mass for the water to have to get through or lift, and so you're not maximizing your surface area, which is why I tend to use either a larger bloom or the single pour itself. So next I'm going to show you guys the difference between a lighter and a dark roast. Today I've got one that's from Brazil. I roasted it myself. One finished at about 195 degrees and the other one finished at 202. Now the 7 degrees, kind of like in steaks, makes a very big difference. It's not quite at a second crack yet, so it's not going to be super violent gases. I will be using 91 degree water, and I'm going to attempt to pour the exact same for both. But I'm going to have it at a side by side. Take a look at the difference. For coarser beans, because the particles are larger, there's going to be more gases to give off. Now, the water has to kind of penetrate all the way through, fill up everything before all the gases are being released. Now, the gases, like I said, act as a barrier, so it takes us longer to extract from the larger particles. At the same time, it absorbs more water, and sometimes the water struggles to kind of get out of it, so you're not really going to be having the easiest time to pull all the flavors out of it. That's why when you pour, I generally pour slower to attack the floating grinds more. Sometimes it might be more beneficial for you to use a droplet pour on coarser grinds if you decide to go down that route. And that's because you need much more agitation to fully extract coarser coffee. So let me show you guys in a beaker how the coffees vary from each other. Finer grind sizes tend to sink a lot faster, and then coarser ones tend to float for a lot longer. So this is just the beginning of our Discovery series. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to hit the thumbs up. It helps us a lot. And if you want to follow along and find more about how you can discover your own brewing technique, subscribe to make sure and stay updated with this series. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.